If you've ever been curious on what plant YouTubers talk about when the camera is on, this is the video. Join me and Daphne Tries Plants as we sit down and chat all about Hoyas. Our favorites, the ones we don't like, our struggles, and the blooms. A Hoya that everyone is obsessing over that I don't love, again, is the Hoya Madeira, I think, or Madeira. That one, I don't like
The
it.
the
I saw it
puffy one.
again. I looked at it again online, and I think a few people still like are getting it and they're posting it. And it's like the green bumps on it, the variegation. I feel like the variegation is all white, but then there's
Yeah,
green bumps, and it looks like
yeah.
it's raised.
Is it? That's why.
Is it?
That's what I'm like thinking. Is it like
Yeah, it looks
bumps
like
of
it's
green?
yeah, it's just not pretty. And I'm like, am I, so then, the question is, am I treating it as sour grapes because I can have it? I don't like it. No, I really don't like it. I feel like it looks like leopard print.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
like
I hate
how
leopard print.
like in the 80s leopard print
Yeah.
was in style, and it just remind me of like leopard print.
For some reason, it was kind of fashionable again in the last few years, like a few years back, I think. Animal prints, and that's something I've never liked.
Don't like it.
But I don't know if I associate that Hoya with the same thing. But I don't know. I think I might like it if I see it, but the price tag is making it
If it
like
was
sour
cheaper,
grapes probably for me.
it I think it would still be something that I'm just not into.
Hmm.
Um that like there's the Hoya, there's another Hoya. Oh, I don't remember. Argentina Princess?
Argentia princess.
Argentina Princess. That
Yeah,
one's pretty, but it looks like there's a veil covering like the color.
like a film of silver on top.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
like that?
I don't like it.
You prefer just variegated or just silvery, but not together?
Yeah, it just looks like there's something covering it, and the
Hmm.
colors are not coming
Muted.
through.
Hmm.
Um,
You know what mine is?
Tell me.
Probably Ganangading.
Really?
Yeah. For me, it's like I can't describe. It just looks very misshapen, and
The venation?
the leaf, and also the venation, and also sun stressing. It's just too much for me all at once.
Okay. It's too
Uh,
much. All
yeah,
it's like one or the other. Like, give me one thing about the Hoya that I like, not all three at the same time.
yeah. It's like with you with the silvery and the variegation at the same time.
Yeah.
You, for me, it's the Ganangading
W-
with with that
Well, my
silver.
ganangading hasn't grown anything. The cutting is just still there, not doing
Is it
anything.
sun
So,
stressed?
yes.
Do you know what the flowers look like?
No. I don't
I
remember.
don't know. You know, you usually if a Hoya I don't like has really pretty flowers, I will then change my mind.
You know, I when I go looking for Hoyas, say so usually like on the same couch on the weekend, I got my computer. Etsy is like, let me go see what's going on Etsy. And if I see a Hoya or somebody talk about a Hoya, I go look it up. If somebody posts a Hoya on Instagram and they show this beautiful plant, I have to go look it up, and then when I look it up on Etsy to see what like the actual cutting or something looks like, they'll share the flower. And I'll look at the flower to see if it's a flower I would like. And then I go a step further and I go into the review section to see what how people's pictures are really interpreting this plant, because again, a lot of filters could be used to
Yeah.
manipulate color. So I like to see when customers post the pictures, and then 99% out of the time when a customer posts a picture and it's not pretty, I don't buy it.
Hmm. Do you also go to check in the like spreadsheet with the smells, what it smells like?
Yes, I will go in the Reddit spreadsheet to look to see what it smells like. The Reddit spreadsheet doesn't have every Hoya, so a lot of the times when I go on there, there's the smell is not there. So
I
yeah,
think it's something that is updated with time, or it should
you're right.
be,
Yeah.
with when people get blooms of something added on there. So yeah, that I think that's the only one I can think of that's I mean, I don't know if it's really hyped, but in my view of the plant space, of the Hoya space, that the things I see, people are really loving this Hoya.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it might not be the same for you. I don't know, because everyone sees just a piece of the internet,
Yep.
and it's not the same for everybody, but I think this one is a hyped one, or at least it was.
It's funny because it is a piece of the internet because I just took pictures. I'm trying to get better of taking pictures of my plants. I wasn't doing that. And whenever I have to do a video, I'm always looking like I have no beginning picture. So anyway, the Hoya Kadada bloomed
Hmm.
again. So I was taking pictures of it, and I am in every light fixture trying to get good angles, trying to get good lighting, and that is the piece of the internet. You're highlighting like the most elegant features that you think you see in this plant, and it's
Yeah.
not the whole plant. Meanwhile, this Hoya has gone through dry rot. I repotted it yesterday. I gave it a water, hoping it's gonna survive. It's like this is like the true story of the plant itself, not just the tiny blooms that look so cute. So
Yeah, you have to work hard for those, and you're proud of them, and that's why you're showing them. But you're also very good at showing the hard stuff, the like
the
the
hard stuff
things
of
that
the
don't
plant
go
journey,
well. Hmm.
I I want to do that. I feel like sometimes I don't know how people feel about it, but I I just want to show like the whole process of the plant journey. So okay, so the next like discussion topic or question: have you ever kept a Hoya just because it was expensive, not because you actually liked it?
You know the answer to that question.
What is the
I
answer
don't
to it?
have I don't have any expensive plants at all.
Okay, so say for instance, if a Hoya was expensive, would you keep it because of the price of the expense or price tag attached to it?
No, I don't think I would. I'm very particular about what I like,
Mm-hmm.
and also it has to somehow fit in my home. So even if it was a super expensive, trendy Hoya, if it's like if the leaves are too big, I can't keep that.
Right.
If I don't know, if it's the light requirements or humidity, if it needs something very particular that I can't provide, I'm not gonna keep it. If I do like how it looks, I will do my best to provide that, but just because of the price tag, I don't think. First, I can't afford it. Second, it's just not, I'm not that kind of plant person. I just like what I like. So,
I feel I will choose a plant because it's not mainstream.
mm-hmm. So
And
you're
I
kind of
and
the
I have
counterculture.
yeah, I have always been that way. It's my friends have told me over the years I was a rebel. I don't go I mean, I have some trendy plants, right? I do have some.
Hmm.
But the plants, so like because I have that Pilea dark chocolate, I'm keeping it. I for one thing I like it, but I'm keeping it because it's not popular. The minute the plant gets popular, I'm probably gonna give it away. I
No.
I
Why
feel
are you
like
going to change your feelings about the
I
plant
know,
because of
and it's like
other
not the
people?
plant's fault. I didn't do anything, but I feel like, okay, so there's like music. I used to listen to Mumford and Sons. I don't know if you know Mumford and
I've
Sons.
heard what genre are they? I forget.
I I don't know. Well, I listened to them a
Some kind of
long time ago.
alternative.
Not really. I listened to them a
Oh,
long time ago, but the minute they became mainstream, I kind of stopped listening to them. And that is one of the things that I just when the crowd gets too big, I don't like it.
you pull away.
Yeah.
Well, with music it's different because bands change, like they change their style, and sometimes that's why they get popular because they change something and they break through to the mainstream because they're more palatable for some reason.
Right. Yeah.
So they might have changed their sound, and that's why, people like that part of their music, and you're just kind of repulsed by that now, and you don't like them. I've had bands like that as well, but with plants, I don't think it's like that for me. If I like a plant, I like a plant. You know how many people um, started hating on the philodendron pink princess? That's when I got it, and I still like it, but it wasn't because they started hating on it, because I wanted it when it was hyped, and I still wanted it when people started hating on it. And now, if people start loving it again, I'm still gonna keep it unless I start hating it because of how it's behaving, because it is
Right.
behaving weirdly. I guess because it's tissue culture. It started shooting out like branches off the sides. It's
Oh yeah, mine is
it's
actually doing that
becoming bushy.
too. It's because I chopped it and I kept the chop part, the pink is very light pink. And I'm like, I think I liked it when it was a little darker.
Hmm.
So I do appreciate a dark plant.
One of
Yeah,
the
I think like
darker
I forget
variants.
how they sold it to me as like Galaxy or something like that. These names,
Oh,
I'm so done with plant names. I'm so done. I'm
yeah.
I'm I'm over it with the plant names because something has more splash. They're gonna cut it and sell it with a different name and more expensive. Forget it.
Hoyas, trendy Hoyas, or just Hoyas that everyone raves about. That's like the Hoya linearis, for example. I would do anything to get that plant. And, it doesn't matter for me if it's trendy or not. I'm just grateful that the internet showed it to me because now I
Right.
have something to like to strive for. And one that I think is not getting as much love anymore is the Croniana Super Silver, but I love mine. So there's
Koreana
two
Super
sides.
Silver.
Yeah, people are kind of, not thinking about that one anymore. Or I haven't seen much buzz.
I love. I mean, see, that's it. See, you called it Koreana Super Silver. Corniana, just Corniana Silver or Corniana Black. That's
Okay,
like, like I mean, just a plant name. Like I really like the Corniana Silver is my favorite, one of my favorite Hoyas because of
mine too.
how it just like the blooms, the smell, the growth, um, you know, and that's the first plant that started declining in my collection. So,
Oh, I
you know,
remember, yeah.
yeah, it's like the one that I, you know, I didn't lose it, but I lost a lot of the enjoyment of it. It's been, I think, like 5 months of struggle so far.
Is it coming back little by little at least?
Slowly, very slowly.
Well, I think if you at least get some nice just a couple of nice cuttings, it grows really fast. So it should, I mean, it should bounce back, or you can restart it from
I
the.
have I have restarted it. It's just taken a while, and that's fine. You know, this is what's going on with me. I'm losing the plants I've lost. Well, anyway, we don't want to talk about that. If we
Just
build
hide the
our
Hoyas.
Hoya collections intentionally to today, what would it look like?
Well, I have been kind of building my Hoya collection intentionally because I don't have access to a lot of Hoyas. So I'm just lurking in the Facebook groups looking for, the right one to pop up and I contact the
Yeah,
person. Uh, so I'm just, scouring the groups for the right ones that I want to get into my collection. So I would probably, the way I've been doing it, I need the variety. So I don't want like 1,000 inner variegated Hoyas or like a bunch of splashy Hoyas.
right.
Um, and for example, I have the Calistophylla, which is kind
A
of
beanie.
contrast in veination and kind of a big leaf. That's a big leaf for me. I don't know what people, how people would classify it. Maybe a middle-sized leaf, but that's a big leaf Hoya
I
for me.
think middle-sized leaf. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have to send you pictures of what one of the leaves is doing at the moment. That it's probably like this long. I
Wow.
don't
Yeah.
know. This one is going crazy. But it's kind of
I, th-
deformed
I
because
think
it's
I think
close to the
Hoyas like your
window.
growing conditions.
It's on my son's windowsill. I think that's the reason, especially now in the winter time. It's kind of getting into spring, but this leaf started growing in the winter time. So they must be loving it. Yeah. So my idea is that I have the Calistophylla, which is a big leaf kind of veiny, contrasting Hoya. So I don't feel like I need, for example, the what was the other one? That Philinsonii, does it look similar to that too?
Finlaysonia, yeah. The
Yeah, so
blooms
that
are
one.
different. The blooms are different. The
Come,
b- so the
why are you
so
doing this to
I
me?
know. See, this is the problem. This is what I and you know what? Like when you talk to other people, that's kind of when you get ideas and stuff. Which is one of the things about the plant community that I like is you go to another channel or something and learn about the plant, like more details about it. So the Calistophylla, the blooms last like 2 weeks, but the Finlaysonii, it doesn't last long, like maybe 3 to 5 days, but it blooms very, very quickly. Like that I had that
Ooh.
Finlaysonii that I had, I loved it so much. It is big leaf Hoya. The blooms, I had like 10, 11 blooms, 11 peduncles. And it was a cycle. I had blooms all year long last year. All year. And they smell like citrus dessert. So
Do you know what the Calistophylla blooms smell like?
nothing.
Nothing. Mm.
But it's different for everyone.
Well, nothing is better than cat pee, so.
I want to smell the cat pee. I want to smell something. It's like, give me some emotions. Give me a smell.
The drama.
I want the drama of it. Um, so, oh yeah. Okay. So for me, if I were to do my Hoya collection again, like more intentionally, I mean, the Hoya compacta is is like I must have it. I have to have it. It is the most unique Hoya in my collection. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a must
But
have. But
be prepared to lose some of the color of the leaves. At least that's what
oh,
happened to my car car carnosa.
Carnosa.
Yeah, my carnosa. It bloomed really well in the south window, but the leaves were very small and kind of very light green and a little bit misshapen. But you wouldn't be able to tell if the leaves on the compactor are misshapen because they're
No,
already like that. So it's just gonna be a bit lighter green,
no. And then when
but
we
it's
have
gonna
like
bloom.
we have a shade that we put down to mute the light that comes in because it is kind of strong, and I will be taking advantage of that too. So I
So Carnosa compactor is gonna be in your
and the
intentional
Croniana,
collection.
Croniana. So like my Croniana black is about to bloom, and the joy that's filling my heart right now is going to be overwhelming, because again, it's like one of my favorite Hoyas. So that one, um, a veiny Hoya. So the see that's a this is like the thing, like the Calistophylla and the Crossopediolata are a little similar, except the Crossopediolata is shiny and the bloom
Hmm.
is so beautiful. It looks like jewels, like more jewel like than regular Hoyas. So this is the problem with Hoyas. It's the blooms. That's the
Did
problem.
I get the wrong veiny Hoya? Is that what you're telling me?
Calistophylla is very cheap here. So
Hmm.
there's a Calistophylla splash. I actually gave that plant away to my neighbor last year. I didn't feel like keeping it.
No need, and I think the splash ruins it for this type of veiny Hoya.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't think it was pretty. I gave it away. And
It might
I was
look
gonna.
like some paint stains on the leaves sometimes
Yeah, I
because you
do. I
have the
enjoy the
beautiful veiny.
splashes, but I just didn't like it on that plant.
Hmm.
So Lobo's getting closer.
Okay,
How
and
is he
I'm
sleeping?
sure you will absolutely have your Bella in your intentional Hoya collection.
Yeah, actually, the Bella is about to bloom. The cuttings that I have, I took
Hmm.
cuttings when I was going. That is going to bloom. So there's a lot of blooms happening. So the Bella bloom is very very beautiful. It's like a classic. Um,
It looks like candy to me when I see
yeah,
it.
like
It's just
it's
I
very
want to
classic.
eat it.
It smells like jasmine tea. Um,
Can't wait.
so that one, I mean, there's a lot. Linearis, of course. It's
Yeah.
like a dream. It's a dreamy Hoya for me. Um, it's like right now the lessons I've learned so many lessons through this journey, and I think like I love that I can say I love that I went through this bad hard time, because now the appreciation I have for my plants is so much more different. Okay, so next discussion topic. Has Leica changed the way you grow your Hoyas? I mean, did you grow your Hoyas in soil before? Because you grow in Leica only.
Yeah, well, usually when I get the Hoyas, they're in soil or cuttings. So my first Hoya that I got, the Carnosa, was in soil and it was growing in soil for a while, I think for a few months, when I decided to grow it in leca, and I did not transfer it. I just took cuttings. Uh, so, and from then on, everything I get, as quickly as possible, I transfer it to leca. So I don't really have as much experience growing in soil. The ones that are still in like organic substrate, I don't know if I'd call it soil, is because they're kind of small still, so I can't really cut them. That's the Hushkiliana inner variegated, the Bella, and the Kodata Sumatra. So these three I have in soil, and I've had the Bella since probably fall. The Kodata Sumatra is kind of new. I got it, I think, around the holidays or a bit before the holidays. And what was the other one I said? Hushkiliana, I think, was together with or just about the same time as the Bella. So I'm kind of worried about them that I
Why?
will
Oh, because
that
they're
I'll
in
mess
soil.
it up. I think I'll mess it up because I have no idea how to water plants in soil. It's so weird, especially, plants that have some some particular um kind of watering thing with the water. So with Hoyas, what I've learned from watching you is that, they can appear okay, and then you go into the roots and it's
Yep.
a massacre in there.
Yep.
So,
Yes. From what I've learned in my experience, everyone's going to have their own opinion and say stuff. I feel like Hoya needs a lot more water than we think, but it needs to drain quickly.
so it needs to have moisture in the substrate, but it also needs to have air.
Yeah.
So very close to orchids, I
So
think.
all the Hoyas in my grow cabinet have been overwatered. And I checked them yesterday. I only had one with rotted roots, and that was the Kadada.
That means you have a very good substrate.
When I say overwatered, I let the plant sit too long in water after I
Oh,
water it. And it's like the soil was really wet. And I'm like, how are you not rotted? How is this happening? Um, so I'm a little bit more intentional now. Like if I watered my plants yesterday again after I repotted everything, I I watered it, came back in a few hours, and I drained it. What I've also learned from Doug Chamberlain is I think like airflow. So airflow is very important for them. And I think like what you're doing with leca is a good thing for Hoyas because they might appreciate the airflow with the leca. From
yeah.
like, I mean, there's just so many. You're never gonna get everything right. There's just like what Michelle and I talked about in the last video. You could never like if you like really water your plants right every time. You might as well be a plant nanny.
Yeah, that has to be your day job,
There's no
especially
way.
with the
And
number of
like
plants
if
you
I
have.
had like 3 plants, I bet you I can water them right every time.
Of course, yeah, but we want to have all the plants,
Yeah.
so it's not possible for us. Well, for you, for me, it still kind of is because, I think I counted yesterday, I have 60 something plants, 60 something species of plants. I do have a lot of repeats because I'm
Well,
propagating a
even
lot.
the repeats you have to water. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't count the repeats, but with the repeats, it's probably around more closer to 100. But no, maybe not 100. Never mind. But definitely, I think Leica is helping me, not have to worry about watering as much. And I don't, because I don't have experience with growing in organic substrate, I don't know if it's normal the way my Hoyas grow. So, for example, having my first, the Hoya Sunrise bloom for me, not even a year into, maybe it was like 9 months had it, or not even 9 months, it was 7 or 8 months, I think, since I had it from a cutting. Is that, I don't know, is that normal? Because for me, that's very, seems very fast because what I've heard is that you need them to be
no,
mature
you don't need them too
and
mature. I mean, the cuttings that I got last year, the Hoyas, the Archboliana and the Campanulata, the Campanulata is about to bloom in a different peduncle. It grew a new peduncle. I have an
is
old
the com
peduncle when it came, and it's only given me like 2 new leaves.
is the Campanulata the one that was grow just in water and it bloomed for you, or was that a different one?
Campanulata, was it in water? Did it come in water? Yeah, I think it came in like a water thing, but I put it in soil. I grew it in water, the roots, and then it's in soil. But it's about to bloom, and that like those are some th- like when anticipated bloom Hoyas start blooming, I'm more intentional about caring for them. All
We're
right.
gonna cut out some
Part
things.
two is you have it written down. Wait,
Hmm.
I'm gonna switch. Let me switch us. If you're not ready for the Hoya talk to end, join me on part 2 over on Daphne's channel, where we keep the conversation going even with more Hoya talk.